Oh wait, I'm trying to focus to make. Oh.
We all make choices, but in the end, our choices make us. Andrew Ryan from the video game BioShock. Within the past year, video games have reached new heights, including an esports star and player, Ninja, being featured on ESPN magazine for the first time. I've been playing video games for the majority of my life. I've started playing competitively about 2 or 3 years ago, participating in a couple of notable tournaments. I will be talking about video games and how they have helped me get through life with emotional support, teamwork, and lasting friendships. I live with chronic pain every day, and with chronic pain comes depression. And video games have helped me focus on that rather than, or focus on the video game instead of my chronic pain, which actually is amazing because I haven't found anything else that has been able to take my mind off of that. When playing a certain type of video game, which is an RPG, a role-playing game, you become very immersed because the scenery around you is beautiful. You have to make choices that actually directly impact your character, and even sometimes the characters around you can also be impacted. And a lot of players can spend thousands of hours within these games creating different characters, adding different things to the game, and it's just a fun time because you can keep changing your story and creating a new story and just creating a whole world for yourself. Another thing that comes along with video games is the goals and achievements or quests that revolve around them. They allow you to focus on that one task at a time, so you can keep doing new different things, but it's switched up in the game. It allows you to directly focus on that rather than my pain. Which brings me into my next point, teamwork. Teamwork is essential to basically every part of life, not just video games. But in video games, teams have to rely on each other, just like any other team. If one person decides that they don't want to be a team player, the team might win a couple of games, but the odds of that aren't very high. You need to rely on every single teammate and member on that team rather than just relying on yourself and your own skills. And that goes along with life. Being someone who lives in chronic pain, if I can't ask somebody for help to do something or help me with a task, then either that task isn't getting done, or I'm going to have to find somebody else to help me finish it. Communication is key. If you didn't have communication in video games, just as in a marriage, neither probably would end up well. The team needs to know where somebody is, what they're doing. Say if somebody is setting up a shot or something and need you to catch that, or setting up a play where you need to take down somebody else, you need to be able to communicate that and get that done. Otherwise, the plan, the strategy will fall through. Working as a cohesive team is probably the best feeling and makes you feel on top of the world, even if you win, and most definitely if you lose, because if you can't lose gracefully, then your team isn't much at all, because as a team, you're never just going to win. So you need to know how to feel about both things. Which brings me to my next point. Team members often become friends or are friends. Video games allows you to create and form friendships. My friendships have been formed across the globe. I have one friend that I've met a couple years back, and he's actually from New Zealand. And we talk quite frequently, whether that's when I'm streaming video games or just when he wants to hang out and has time off and wants to play when our times match up, because of the time zones. And even my friends in Puerto Rico, and I have a couple of friends in the States, and most of my friends in the States either live in California or out west. So we always have to figure out times to play together. And we all make sure that no matter what, we stay in touch. One of my friends that lives in Puerto Rico actually was there during Hurricane Maria, so we all made sure he was okay and kept checking up on him and tried to help him out as much as we could. We all look out for each other no matter what. If somebody needed something, if we wanted to all try a game together, most of us would donate or give money or send a video game or anything like that to our friends so that they could play together, or so that we all could play together and have fun, because that's just how close most video game communities are. We all care about each other and want to help support and bring each other up. And most of my friendships are probably with my friend groups are 5+ years old. So we started out on Xbox and then helped each other purchase parts or learned how to build PCs together, basically, so that we could upgrade and still keep in touch and play together. And even, so that includes buying hardware and just purchasing games, because PCs are quite expensive and video games are too, so we wanted to keep that together and keep that friendship alive. In conclusion, I have told you about the 3 most important aspects about video games to me, which are emotional support, teamwork, and creating lasting friendships. I hope you see through the stigma that surrounds video games and see that it can help us in life. Thank you.